Well, hello again. Things have taken an unexpected turn here. I thought I was going to go about my way there right after I finished that last video a couple minutes ago. I was going to go on my way and finish my morning walk here. But I got about 20 feet down the trail and I thought, you know what? I got some more things I want to say. So here I am back in my favorite spot. And I'm just going to do a quick addendum to the previous video there talking about the higher realms and the lower realms and dogma and my particular spiritual path. When I talk about dogma, I'm talking about, the old tried and true, the rules, the rules of religion and spirituality, that it has to be this and it has to look like that. And you have to do this and you have to do it this many times a day, and you can't do this and you can't do that, and you can't eat this and you can't eat that, and you shouldn't do this and you shouldn't do that. And all of the sort of, I guess, what would you call them? Just sort of the old traditional religious rules, not only rules of living. I don't have so much of a problem with the rules of living part of it as just there's sort of the constructs around all of that dogma, right? The oppression of that dogma. That's where they lose me. And that's why I have never been a traditionalist in any real sense as far as my religious, or not religious, but my spiritual journeys, because to me, one of the essential aspects of the spiritual journey is that it's personal and it's intimate and it's different. Although there are common elements, I think that we all obviously, common ingredients, common elements, common experiences that we will have to a certain extent. I think all of us come to God or come to spirit or find spirit in ourselves in unique ways. Our souls are unique. God made us all unique. All these souls are unique. And it's the unique soul's expression. That's what makes you who you are. It's that unique aura and that unique frequency and that unique vibration. And I've always just felt that dogma and rules, and you have to do this. And I'm not just talking about Western religions, by the way. I think any sort of practice where it's, well, you must meditate 3 times a day, and you must do it for this long, and you must say this mantra, and you must, all those rules. To me, that's where the dogma comes in, and that's so terribly limiting. And that's the part that I really just have never had any sort of vibration with. I just can't vibrate that way. It's just not how it works for me. But so I wanted to add that about the dogma. And then the other thing that I want to say is that, on this journey of awakening, it happens for us in different times and in different ways. And some people, I think, go through certain experiences, maybe certain spiritual experiences that you might call growth, a burst of growth. It's like when your kids grow 6 inches over the summer and they go back to school and they're half a foot taller. Some of us experience different spiritual spurts of growth at different times in different ways and through different experiences in our lives. And so I think that freedom of each soul to sort of find their own way. And yes, there are markers along the way and there are signposts along the way that we can vibrate with and that are harmonious vibrationally for us. And I think it's natural to gravitate towards those things and sort of what's the word I'm looking for? It starts with an I. Integrate those things into our journey, and they can work very well for us and be very positive. But I just think it has to be the result of choice and the result of freedom of choice in that sense, to study what we want and incorporate it as we want and try it on and see how it works for us. And I know a lot of beautiful people, very wonderful spiritual people that do not necessarily subscribe to that particular philosophy that I have, and they have chosen paths that have been more singular or more direct or more committed, or I'm not sure how you'd want to characterize that, more traditional, I guess. And I don't have a problem with that. I don't expect my Christian friends to structure their journey along my guidelines or along my chosen path. I wouldn't expect them to construct their journey the same way I've done mine, any more than I would want them telling me that I have to do it their way, right? It goes both ways, and so I think that respect is really important. And at the end of the day, I think it's up to each of us souls to find our own path and find the things that work best for us. And from time to time, there may be a guru, or there may be a method, or there may be a teacher. I don't think I've ever had a guru, but I've certainly practiced methods and I've had teachers. But that has to be at the choosing of each individual soul. I don't think it's something that can be mandated or handed down from on high. I think anytime that kind of stuff happens, you have a real problem. So that sort of gives you an indication of how I feel about the Pope, I guess, right? Anyway, so I just wanted to add that about the dogma, and that really we're trying to awaken out of these lower realms and transcend this lower nature across the board, and awaken into those higher realms of perfection and oneness. And I think my theory is we'll all wind up in the same place, but we're all going to get there a different way, right? There's a million paths up the mountain, and all that matters at the end of the well, there is no end, is there, right? If it's eternal and immortal and endless, all that matters in those higher realms is getting up the mountain. It doesn't matter which path you take. Some will be faster, some will be slower, some will zig and zag, and some will take a straight shot. But climbing the mountain of awakening and of realization of the perfection and the oneness of spirit and of all that is the name of the game. That's what it's all about. So, didn't mean to rant and rave there, but I just, something kind of grabbed me as I was heading down the trail, and I thought, you know what, there's a little bit more I want to say about that dogma. So I wanted to add that on. Have a wonderful Sunday afternoon, everyone. Now I'm going to go finish my walk. See you soon. Love you all. Thanks for listening. Appreciate it. Take care.